Why, hello there, fellow engineers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Icarus Elysium. Episode 5, Fabricator built. Now, electronics. Once I've moved to the desert, can I go to the other biomes? Yes, but I won't. The goal of the series is to be an oil baron. There is oil in other biomes, but the majority of the oil is in the desert. There is no oil in the tundra. None. So I can't exploit oil and be in tundra. It would be impossible. I intend to be... Oh, you are tamed. We'll name you Balder for now. You are wild with a lot of vigor and physique. With a decent amount of reflex, but no instinct, poor adaptation, poor toughness, and poor fitness. Not terrible. Not what I was looking for, but not terrible. So raffle timer up for you as well. Timer's up. So we did tame the second Tusker. And right now, we're just working on making the fat bench. And that's what all these ingredients are for. So here's the carbon paste. Ooh, leveled up too. Sweet. 37. Alright, I am going to pick up animal genetics. I'm going to pick up Beast Whisperer. Reduced aggression from wild critters. And before I forget... make the bovine harness for this guy as well. Because I'm going to want the new one follow me around leveling up. As that's going to be pretty important. There you go. A lot of cargo space between the two of them now, and a lot of carry weight. 1,600 kilograms, almost 1,600 kilograms. So wander, aggressive, actually follow aggressive for now. And instead of having to like kill everything that I see, right now what I'm doing is I'm making epoxy through tree sap and sulfur. Because I can get a lot of tree sap and sulfur pretty effectively, pretty quickly. Lowering the need to like murder everything that moves. All right, let's make it daytime. Oh, we got some worms again. Hey, Barton. Thank you for the resub. That was rude. And I'm going to get the exotics now. So I feel like if I leave them up here for too long, I might, like, actually forget that they're here. I probably won't functionally forget, but just in case. Because I know there's still metals up here that I'll probably mine as well. Did you level up? Yeah, you did. Sweet. So, for you, I'm also going to get you Ore of Warmth. In the case that, like, one of them dies, I want both of them to have Ore of Warmth. Plus, they can be in physically different locations, so that their auras overlap, making an entire base warm rather than just, like, one section of a base. Something like that. All right. So, how'd I do? 31? Oh, yes, we needed 30. So I'll have 33 total. And I have everything I need for the Fabricator now. Ba-boom! That was quick. Tier 4. Here we come. And I'm trying to empty this out so that I can take everything out of the machining bench and put the fab in. Which will happen once I'm done moving sticks. Oh god. It takes a lot of room to turn sticks into tree sap. It absolutely dominates the inventory space of the mortar and pestle. Oh, I didn't pet you. I should have for more shared XP, because you'll level up for free. In fact, you follow me out here. I'm going to put you and Petersk on go murder everything out here together, so that you can level up a bit more. Plus, hell, I'll level up more. Can you... did you... Was that him? Oh yeah, this is the new one. I'm an idiot. Alright, Krieg, congrats, it's yours. Alright, both you guys. All follow. What are you doing up? I see you. They're like walking into one another. It's like the classic meme of, oh, excuse me. No, excuse me. After you. No, after you. So you're going to be set to aggressive, wander. And you're going to be set... Can you? Yeah, thank you. Aggressive, wander, aggressive, wander. Okay, so now they're both out here just murder stomping everything so they can level up. They're both super tanky, so I'm not really all that concerned that they'll get, like, killed. So it should be fine. Oh my god, it's still going. Well, that's my epoxy. Alright, so now that we have the Fabricator, destroy the machining bench, it's obsolete. And then we'll start working on the Tier 4 tech, which is going to be way more of a grind than anything up until this point, as any veteran of this game already knows. And that's why I was rushing to get to this point, because I knew it was going to be a grind. But it's a grind that I'm, like, trying to lessen as much as possible by doing everything as efficiently as possible. So the next priority now is, if we want to do anything with Tier 4 tech, we're going to need the electric furnace, a source of power, and then the materials processor. So I'm going to be getting electronics, like 120 at least electronics, which is a whole lot, which means let's get all of the copper in this cave mined up and smelted, and then head over to the other cave that we've been going into and do the same over there, and also get the limestone for the concrete. So Tier 4 technology requires composites, and composites are made from well, it doesn't matter what they're made from, but the only way to make composites is a material processor, which is like the upgraded mortar and pestle, and then the only way to, and that makes a paste, and the only way to use the paste is to then process it in the electronic furnace. So for us to move forward, I want both of those things, and my plan, big picture, is in order to move to the desert, what I really need is the powered creature deterrent. There is a lower tier to this, using biofuel or like rotten meat, but I think this is going to be the more sustainable method, because once we get to the forest, once we get to the desert, excuse me, we're going to get swarmed. I'm talking like curb stomped, murdered by everything in the desert. When I was playtesting for this, like, it was pretty common for me to be so swamped with carcasses trying to defend myself that I couldn't dissect the carcasses before more things showed up to murder me, like some sort of like twisted wave defense. That's how many creatures, which is crazy because the desert has no food. It has no, like, almost no flora. It's all fauna. but it's all fauna that wants to like murder you and swarm you. It's crazy. So a powered creature deterrent will keep most of the garbage away, allowing me to move there sooner. Because you don't necessarily need one, but in order to survive the desert, you would either need to like turtle up in a cave and like pray, or have a bunch of animals, a bunch of pets that like are very combat capable, or to go my route. And I think my route is the most sustainable route because it relies a lot less on random factors. So basically I'm like rushing tech to get the powered deterrent, and the powered deterrent requires composites. And it would also probably be in my best interest for me to get like some better tools and armor, because right now I'm in like bone armor. I'm in like bone armor's great, don't get me wrong, but getting a little bit better equipment as well to allow for higher survivability. But that's more or less the plan. And then once I get there, I'm gonna set myself up right on an oil well. So that, frickin' cave. So that we're going for broke. Alright, I think every single last ounce of ore in this cave was stripped out. So that's a lot of copper. I think my bottleneck going forward for components, or electronics rather, is going to be gold. So I'm going to need to get gold. And I know the next cave over has both limestone and gold, so I'll go get both. Let's also... I know it wasn't super broken, I'm just going to repair that. So it's, you need 3 times more copper than you need gold to make this stuff. And then... constantly, I also want to be just grinding the tree sap, sticks to tree sap to epoxy route. Which will allow me to get the resin and epoxy that I need far more quickly. So, am I low on either? I'm really low on epoxy. I still have a good amount of resin. So yeah, we need to just keep getting sulfur and tree sap for epoxy. There we go. Okay, let's go get... Oh, hello. Let's go get some limestone and gold, because I think that's what we're going to need, and sulfur. Limestone, gold, and sulfur is probably on the list. And let's update the priority. Make an electric furnace. Yeah, it might be like hilarious to watch me die repeatedly getting out there. But there is a... because of the way the carcasses work in the game, you end up just getting overwhelmed, because every kill that you make where you don't clean up the dead body creates more cleanup, which then swamps you farther. So, like, it's not good at... you can't just, like, outshoot your way when you're in the desert. You really can't. You'll end up with, like, 30 carcasses on your front lawn, and you'll keep breaking your knives trying to, like, throw the carcasses away. It actually got to the point where, when I was trying to build in the desert, I was picking up carcasses, like, of cougars and hyenas that I could move. Because not all of them you can move. Some of them are simply too big. I was picking up the carcasses that I could physically move and just, like, running them away and dropping them on the ground. Because they just kept attracting, so many predators that I just, like, I couldn't handle it. It was too much. So that was literally my strategy. I got overwhelmed. And I finally realized, yeah, there's no amount of, like, having nice combat pets to outpace this, because it becomes like a deadly feedback loop where with the right combat pets, maybe they could handle the volume of hostile animals, but, like, at the same time, all of your external infrastructure, like your solar panels or your wind turbines, are going to get, like, broken to hell, because there's just, like, a full frenzy going on outside. It gets stupid. Just, you know, I don't really need to You can just trust me on that. It gets stupid. So what I want to do is I want to have a stupid-proof way to get into the desert where I won't get swamped. And if I was on, like, easy difficulty, that would be a little bit different. But on hard difficulty, I need to play it safe. Alright, the other thing to pick up while I'm here is titanium. Because having a titanium pick... Wait, there's another worm? Having a titanium pick would be really nice as well. And maybe a titanium knife. Possibly other pieces as well. Hey, extra rice. Thank you for the resub. Wow, it's unexpectedly bright right here. If only I could keep that brightness. You missed the squirrel team? You know, there is hogs in the desert, but I don't think hogs are better than raptors. So that's why I'm planning on being a raptor breeder. Because raptors are really cool. Raptors, I think Rocketworks, the developer, like, also loves raptors because... Or maybe they were just trying to heavily incentivize people to buy the DLC, but the raptors are, like, dope as mounts. Slinkers are really good, don't get me wrong. One of the advantages that the slinkers have, not that I've even seen a slinker yet in this tundra, one of the advantages that the slinkers have is they can be designed to jump real well and take no fall damage, which is a pretty nifty combination if you ask me. Because obviously anyone that's played this game long enough knows it's really easy to lose pets from fall damage. And it's really helpful to have pets that jump well. And the slinkers do both decently. Oh my god, my stamina. Being hypothermic or cold. Alright, this cave is cleared. There's nothing that I need immediately left in it. There's copper here, but that's about it. And a little bit of aluminum, but not any gold or titanium or limestone. Crap, there's a bunch of storkas. I don't want to have to fight them. Just because they're annoying. The other thing that I mentioned, but I still want to do, is to grind up seeds before I leave. But I'm not that close to leaving, so I don't need to put that on the priority queue. Live near a cliff and throw everything down like it's a garbage can. It's an interesting tactic. The thing is, with living near a cliff, your own pets are dumb. Need I say more? I think you know where I'm going with this, and I think you know what would happen if you lived near a cliff. You would have, what did Disney do to the lemmings? Oh yeah, that's right, throw them off cliffs for entertainment value? Yeah, that's what would happen to your own pets. Yeah, 100%. Okay, I think I need more sulfur for the epoxy. I've been grinding up as much bone as I can, but obviously there's only so much bone you can grind up until you're kind of out of bone. So yeah, we need more epoxy for the electronics. That, and I'm running out of prime meat as well. So, grab sulfur. Oops. Apparently that was a magic mushroom. I was not expecting that to happen. I was grabbing the mushroom on purpose because I'm out of, like, the 4th slot prime meat, but I was not expecting that. So, we're going to pick up guided growth, 1 point. So, what I did is, this is perceived threat, basically lower aggro on wild critters. This is my tamed creatures level up faster. And then this is a higher chance to find stronger wild critters. And then my solo point, I'm gonna do... Low maintenance. Okay, let's go get some sulfur. And I can see, and probably invest some level up points in my Tuskers, because they've been out here stomping easy stuff. I don't think they'll be hurt. Yeah, 98% health and 90% health. They are not hurt, but they've leveled up a whole bunch. So Petersk. Wait, hold on. Pet you? Can you stop walking away from me? Stand. We'll give you 40% fall damage resistance. Okay. Now you can wander. And then you stand. And you were going to pick up Aura of Warmth. And then Tough as Leather. And wander. Okay. They're leveling up pretty good. There's... You can see why I wanted to get the Tuskers early on, so that they're going to be as high level as possible when I make the trip out to the desert. So that's why anytime I saw a juvenile, I was like, oh, yep, pause time, gonna go do this. Just because it's that important. Because it will be a night and day difference if they were like level 1 versus like level 30 or something like that. Okay, I don't want to go any closer to these Vespers. So I don't need to be Vesper poked. Let's search for sulfur this way. Lemmings, that's a blast for the past. Yeah, I remember playing the original Lemmings game. It's crazy to me that like that whole folklore about like lemmings following each other to death was from that one movie where they literally were just throwing lemmings off a cliff for entertainment value. It's crazy how, like, one film could change the public perception of a critter's intelligence. It's actually somewhat reminds me of Looney Tunes with, like, calling him a Nimrod as an insult. That one's funny to me as well. Because Nimrod was an ancient Egyptian god of archery, kind of like Apollo. So he was using it sarcastically, but like no one at the time knew Nimrod. You know, it was pre-Google, so you couldn't be like Googling, what's Nimrod? Like you'd have to whip out an encyclopedia. It took work, right? To figure out answers. So everyone just thought it was like a new insult for someone that was dumb or inaccurate or something like that for FUD, right? But no, it was sarcastic. It'd be like calling someone Legolas or Apollo. It was obviously sarcasm. So I wonder how much closer we are to the electronics now I have all this jazz. That's a lot of sulfur. And then I picked up the coal ore so that we can cook with coal. Now that I'm using the wood for sulfur. I'm trying not to like burn my entire wood supply. And I know it's funny that I have like a water bottle and I've just been drinking off of the filter. I mean, ultimately it doesn't really matter, right? As long as the drink get drinks. Oh yeah, that's way more epoxy than I would be able to make out of bone. I just made 118. The bone equivalent of that is like... I mean, if you're... So with that said, without revealing too much of the map, the desert is to the north, and there's Arctic to the south, and swamp to the east. One other way to get a lot of epoxy is to kill woolly mammoths for their tusks in the Arctic. It's just... the other Arctic creatures aren't exactly calm about that. So that's why I didn't try that route, because the other Arctic creatures are freaking scary and would slaughter me. I would probably not make it out alive. Which is why I didn't try it. And we're doing a pretty good job of getting our electronics. And it's 60 for the furnace, 60 for the materials processor, and then like 25 for the deterrent? Something like that? And I wouldn't mind finding another cave that had limestone. Because this like crushed limestone is really nice. So we have, I just made 20 over there, and we have 29 here. Wait, I thought I had more than that. Did I put it somewhere weird? I swear to... Oh, the Fabricator used it. Right. Okay, never mind. I'm just harebrained. Well, there goes all the sulfur I just grinded. Holy moly, we used it quick. So I see you saying that Asker got some neat updates. It's worth noting. The games I play for April and May, the suggestion box is open until tomorrow. Like, it closes tomorrow. So if you want to suggest games for me to play, I'm all ears. Just hop on my Discord and drop me a line in the game suggestion channel. I'll add it. That's all I got to do. It's really, really easy. So if you want me to return to a game I haven't played in a while, whatever it might be, go that route. So we have 36 of the 60 electronics, and the bottleneck here is copper and organic resin. Because I have a little bit more copper smelting in the line. Oh, phooey. Hey, Storkas! Boogie boogie doogie! I want to drag them into my, Here we go. Get stomped. So while the storm's happening, I'm going to go strip the other cave of copper, now that copper's becoming the bottleneck. And for organic resin, I would just need... Oh god, don't hit me with lightning. For organic resin, I would just need wood and oxide, which is easy to come by. I just need to make an effort to do it. But I think the rate of my progress is pretty good. You know, I'm getting pretty close to having the electronic furnace. What is... Oh, that's just... Yeah. And that took less than a stream. And I haven't died yet. So all in all, fair progress. And yeah, it's going to be slow burn, right? This is a slower burn game. It takes a little bit to get started. But, after this stream, it's basically going to be like full sprint to desert. Which is exciting. Do pets need to be called to a safe place? Nah. Fortunately, there's a lot of things that kill pets that is annoying. Chiefly, gravity is the real danger. Because, you know, you fall, you die. But, lightning and storms don't hurt. Lightning can hurt pets, but, like, not much. Pets are very... Animals are very fire resistant. So, like, animals can stand on lava and can stand in fires for a long time. It takes a very long time for those status effects to really start to whittle you down. So, flash storms aren't really much of a threat. But gravity. I lose more pets to gravity and, like, swarms of other animals than anything else. I know there's a little bit more copper here, but my bag's full. Okay, don't hit me. Ooh, that was close. Oh, speaking of fires, it appears that oh god, appears that a tree right next to my Tuskers got hit. Oh, and I'm on fire now. Well, that feels not good. I wanted to stop that... Oh, the lighting is getting weird. I wanted to stop that fire from, like, spreading to, adjacent trees, because I don't want to lose all the trees in my neighborhood. Another thing is, like, don't walk into your base while you're on fire, because, like, most of the stuff in your base is flammable, and, you will burn your base down from the inside if you did that. It's like walking by this, like, oxide dissolver, it would catch fire, then my cooking station would catch fire, and then maybe this stuff would catch fire. Like, your base, you just don't want fire in there. Just trust me, it's a bad time. Okay, so we have the copper. Now I need the organic resin. Let's go get that. I'll get the oxide first, and then the wood, because the wood's easy. Fortunately for me, the fire didn't spread. It only took out one tree, made it into charcoal. And let's share XP here, and then feed you. Level 21! That's pretty nice. What are we doing now? So you have fall damage resistance. So we'll start working towards goring tusks, which is he. Oh. There we go. 2 points in goring tusks. And for you, you'll work on your fall damage resistance. And we got another Tusker over there with the juvenile. I do think that the bone route for epoxy is just like too slow. There's a lot of reasons to do it if you're not trying to speedrun, because the act of killing another critter will like level you up a lot more than just like the way I'm getting it, which is like sulfur and wood. And then of course animals respawn, but like sulfur nodes don't, not unless you use a thumper. So my method eventually gets more and more and more expensive over time, because you have to travel farther and farther and farther for like sulfur. Whereas killing animals, they'll just keep respawning. So they're functionally infinite. But because I'm leaving this zone as soon as I'm kind of done, I don't really care about exhausting the resources. Because who cares? I'll be gone. It won't be my problem. Very manifest destiny attitude, but like, you know, it's a video game, so whatever. Alright, that's sulfur for the epoxy, and oxide for the resin. Drop this off, and then grab some wood. The reason why I don't want a third Tusker is eventually it becomes a lot of management for the animals. And I just don't want to have to invest that much into an animal that really only hauls for me. Right now, those Tuskers aren't doing anything. They're only going to do their job once, really. Maybe one of them will have a continued job if I'm like strip mining caves. But like 2 Tuskers allows me to like move my base. 3 Tuskers I don't need. That's more work than it's worth. And to repeat spiel about doing bare minimum. In other words, 82, cool. And 99. All right, there we go. I'm gonna need more wood for tree sap and for resin. But that should get me pretty close to having the electronics for the furnace, I think. Although I am running a lowish on gold. Well, the build for power generation? Wind. Wind is really cheap and easy. And can be moved. Whereas like a water wheel, I might be able to hook up here Actually, there's no flowing water here where I am. But there is some flowing water around here, but obviously there's not really flowing water in the desert. And I'm moving to the desert, so water wheels don't really make any sense. Okay, I am good on epoxy. I have like 200 units here, so it's really organic resin, and that's really easy to supply. So that's 17 more. Gets me pretty close, and I ran out of resin. So I just need more oxide and more wood. There we go. That's all the electronics I need for the furnace. Cool. So 4 pieces of glass and steel. I believe I have the steel, or have most of the steel. No, I already have the steel. So here's 20, 33, well, 31. So just concrete. Because the glass is easy peasy. I'll do the glass now. Done. So for the concrete, I need silica and stone. And we'll get the electric furnace. And then after we get the electric furnace, I don't immediately need the electric furnace even powered, because the electric furnace doesn't do anything for me that the concrete furnace can't, except for make composites. So I really only need electric furnace after I have the materials processor. It doesn't really serve a purpose to have it before, in my opinion. Because the amount of coal that this thing uses as fuel is like almost a non-issue. There's so much coal everywhere. In fact, I'm sitting on more coal here. There's so much coal everywhere, it's like not expensive to run. So that isn't really the bottleneck, I would say. Mayhaps I will seek out another cave in order to try to find limestone for the remaining concrete I need. And then if I go into the cave and it doesn't have limestone, at the very least I could get like titanium, which I know I haven't collected a whole lot of because titanium's a rather rare metal. Making sure to re-up my pets for the share XP. And just to check in on them. You are thirsty. Here's a little bit of food. They're all set. It's pretty much why I have the water bottle. It's like low-key not for me, it's for them. So the reason why I want to get wind turbines is I don't want to overinvest in wind power. I just want enough wind power that I can keep like an animal deterrent on. And the reason is you eventually generate power with oil. So I don't really need to generate a lot of power any other method. It's just you need a little bit of power before you start generating power with oil. Because you're not going to be able to start pumping oil with no power inputs. But eventually it becomes a positive feedback loop. So in the oil tree, which requires me to hit level 40 anyway, you have the manufacturer, which allows you to make... that's weird. It allows you to make aluminum screws. And then eventually you get a pump jack. And you pump... It requires 1,000 watts, but you pump oil out of the ground. Then you refine it in a crude oil refinery, so it becomes usable oil, and then you can generate power with it, which generates a lot of power. So what we could do, well, actually this uses crude oil, but what we could do is have a pump jack pump to generate power with crude oil, and then a pump jack to then refine it. So I'll eventually have a base powered by oil, rather than solar or wind or whatever, biofuel, etc. The intention is to be an oil baron, and oil barons would definitely use oil as a source of power. Undoubtedly. Oh god, yep, this is freaking death cave. I don't think I really care if there's titanium here or limestone, because I low-key can't see the bottom. I also don't see any titanium where I am right now. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna alright, there's platinum. Yeah, well, forget this cave. I'm just say no. Right? Like, there's nothing good that can come of exploring here. This cave only brings pain, and like, I'm good. I can hurt myself a different way. So, I'm gonna go hurt myself a different way. You know what I'll do instead? Is I'll just go the old-fashioned route of stone and silica. I don't really need to reinvent the wheel. I thought it would be nice to try to get it via limestone, but the amount of labor required to find new limestone isn't worth it. I would just get the concrete faster this way. That, and I was really close to my concrete goal anyway. And the materials processor, I don't recall, requires concrete. It does not. And then the power deterrent does not either. It does require titanium, which might become the issue. But essentially, once I have the mats processor, the a wind turbine, the electronic furnace, and the creature deterrent, that's pretty much all I'm really gonna need to move to the desert. Because once I get there, I can kill off the animals that immediately aggro me, and then I throw down a wind turbine, which generates more power than the creature deterrent requires. And then I don't have to deal with these swarms of stupid animals. Now, there's a few other things that I want first, however. I do want a revolver, or rather a, the advanced pistol, as well. This thing. So that's the one other thing that I'm going to want to make before I go. Because drones that fly around and shoot you with machine guns, kind of hard to kill with a bow and arrow. It's doable, but it's less fun than using bullets. So that's the one other thing that I'm going to grab prior, or make rather. And that pistol does require a sizable amount of titanium, which I'm going to have to source. And then the seed grinder and grinding up all the seeds that are native here that I don't want to have to come back and fetch, like ferns, wheat, yeast, berries. And you know what? It's late in the day. Let's just go back to base rather than fighting the night. Minor spoiler, but ammo's kind of a non-issue with the revolver or the advanced pistol, because the drones shoot you with 9mm, and the pistol uses 9mm, so there's a reason I want the pistol and not some other firearm. It's because if I don't miss much against the drones, I'll make more ammo than I use by fighting the drones. Which is awesome. Because the drones, most of the drones, not all the drones, some of the drones like use, there's more than one type of drone, but most of the drones that you interact with fire 9mm at you. So might as well scoop up their loot and fire it back at them. All's fair in love and war. Yay! Tusker now has max Tusker. Is there game reason for the drones being there? Yes. I won't spoil it though. But there's a reason behind everything that's happening in this map. And going through the operations fills you in with those details. So it does make lore sense. So how much concrete do I already have? I have got 49 and I need 80. So I'm going to need a little bit more stone. That's my bottleneck. Thank you for tuning in to Icarus Elysium, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow prospectors.